Last person you saw there, DeAndre Hopkins. And like DeAndre Hopkins, C.J. Spiller also went to Clemson. And both are fast. Now, C.J. Spiller was an All-American track athlete there. And his speed, a large reason he was an overall top 10 selection of the Buffalo Bills in 2010. But C.J. Spiller also takes life slow, talks slow, lives slow. He's a country kid at heart. And he insists that cows know what kind of car you drive. I'm serious. And he joins me now here on PFT. C.J., welcome. Buffalo, well, they've begun the voluntary workouts. But in reality, how voluntary are they?
It's really up to that guy that chooses to come if he's not. I think we pretty much got almost 100% of everybody up here. Every time we done had it, everybody pretty much that came out. You might have a couple guys that miss, a couple days, but for the most part, we pretty much have our whole team up here ready to go.
What happens if you don't show up for voluntary camp?
The guy just doesn't show up. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the coaches take account into that, and I'm sure players they'll notice that as well. It's his choice really, but it's good for us to build that chemistry and then get back and seeing each other and getting back into a football routine.
So if Doug Marrone, the new coach, says, all right, first team offense in the huddle, and you jog it into the huddle, what quarterback are you looking at?
Well, right now, I can only say the ones that we have on the roster. It will either be Kevin Cobb, Tavares Jackson, or, Aaron Court. So I'm pretty sure it'll probably be either Kevin or Tavares.
Now, just a few weeks ago, in mid-February, I talked with Fred Jackson, and I said, who do you think should be the quarterback of the Bills? And he said, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm a Fitz guy. What was your reaction when you found out the team had parted ways and Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't coming back?
Well, part of you're sad, because not only you as a football player, it's a guy that obviously I don't know for 3 years you built that chemistry and that friendship, and he was just a guy that kind of kept everybody, not up on their toes, but he was just wasn't business all the time. When we went and did work, we got our work done, but he knew how to get the locker room going, being funny or having some jokes or something. So a part of that, you're sad, but at the end of the day, you also know this is business, and a decision has to be made. And they out of your control. That's up in the management department. So, but the only thing you can do is wish him well and stay in contact with him.
Well, Bills are going to get some players in the upcoming draft. How much of the draft will you watch?
How much will I watch of the draft?
Yeah.
I usually just watch that first pick that we have, and then after that, I flip it to something else, or I go doing something else. I pretty much don't sit and watch the whole thing. I have somebody that'll tell me who we get, with my marketing group or, whoever. But as far as me sitting there watching it, I wouldn't do that. I will watch that first pick that we do, and then that'll be about it.
For those people who don't know Buddy Nix, give me the best single word that encapsulates Buddy Nix.
He old school country. He's an old school guy. He's funny. He's laid back, but at the same time, he want to win. He has that competitive nature in him. Football, he's been around football his whole life, and he knows talent. That's something that, he might don't get a lot of credit from, but he knows talent. He knows the game, and, so he has faith in the guys that's on this roster. He has faith in me and everybody else. So, those are the things that people don't see. They just see the acquisitions that we making. Wonder why we do this. They don't have a clue, what's going on. But one thing I do know, he knows football and he knows talent. Is
C.J. Spiller old school country?
Oh, I'm not old school, but I'm country. I guess you can ask me that when I'm if we still talking when I'm about 50, if I be old school. But I definitely am a country guy. I always be that. I'm from the South. I'm from Florida, so I'm always be a country boy.
So give me an example of something that would make me say, yep, C.J. Spiller is a country boy.
You can listen by the way I talk. I get it all the time while I'm up here. They be like, wow, you really are country, So, I love going on the farm with my granddad when he's out feeding, going to see the cows or to the hay field. I've been out there with him on that. So I guess you can consider that country. I don't eat bizarre food. I eat country food, but not everything that's in the country and stuff like that. But, it's in my roots, it's in my blood, and, and I'm proud of it.
You mentioned cows. I went cow tipping once, but only once. Have you ever cow tipped?
No, I don't go to cockpit. I just go and with him in the truck, and watch. It's amazing how cows can recognize certain vehicles and know what's about to happen. When we finna feed them or whatever. And then when we did stay in the country before we moved, we had pigs, so I was always going down there having to feed the pigs or the hogs or whatever. So, I'd have seen it all, deers, shot little BB guns. I mean, I'd have done it all, So I think I'm classified as an old country boy. I mean, my hometown is small, so, you can't get away from that.
Doug Marrone is not an old-school country guy.
But he's from the Bronx.
Right, so give me the word that describes Doug Marrone.
One word. He's very competitive. Accountability. He's real big on accountability with, players accountable to other players and coaches accountable to the players and coaches and stuff like that. So that'd be the word that I use. But you can definitely hear that Bronx that come up out of it, I guess you can say.
Well, I'm waiting for the invitation to come with you and your uncle. I want to see the farm. I want to be in the truck, and I need to learn a little about old school country. But thank you very much for coming and see us. We always appreciate when you visit.
Thank you, Eric, for having me again.
Check out Pro Football Talk on NBC Sports Network weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern and PFT Live weekdays at noon Eastern on NBCSports.com.